Good morning, dreamer. I'm Gigi, and this is Morning Dream Talk. Good morning, dreamer. Good morning, dreamer. Hi, love. This is Morning Dream Talk, where I share real dreams and reflect on their messages, the emotion and mystery that comes with every single dream. Sometimes my dreams are very real. Sometimes they're very strange, and sometimes they're a bit of both. Today's dream is definitely a mix of both of them. So here is what I dreamt. It started off with me being with my parents and my partner, and we come into this hotel. The hotel looks really normal. It just looks like your average hotel. We check in and they tell us that my partner's up on the first floor and we're up on the fourth floor. When I heard that, I said to myself, we're gonna be on the fourth floor, so we're higher than you and you're gonna be on the first floor and you don't like the first floor. As it turns out, in this hotel, the first floor is actually the very highest floor. Then start heading to the elevators. We get to the elevator and there's two people in there that have a bit of weird energy. They kind of feel like they're crazy. So we get inside of there, and apparently to get to the highest floor, you first need to go underground and then you're gonna go up onto the first floor. So we get into the elevator. The elevator is glass panels on one side and you can see into this area where there's a bunch of stairs and they're all going down in different directions. We go down and then we go back up. All of a sudden, we're back in the elevator. We're going to the front desk and the elevator's open and the people that had the weird energy come out of the elevator, and the lady that was there, she says, "Oh, free coffee," and she takes the coffee and throws it in front of a group of people that are sitting there. They start sliding across the floor and start licking the coffee like savages. It was so weird. I'm watching, I'm like, what the frick is going on? And I'm so confused, and nobody else is like paying attention to any of this. And I was like, what? Then suddenly I show up in my parents' hotel room. My mom is looking around, she's opening cupboards, she's looking for a toaster. I'm like, Mom, how can I help you? Why are you looking for a toaster? She turns to me and she says, I want to make basketball toast. Okay, this bread is bread and water mixed together. You put it into a ball and then you take a toasted piece of bread that has the pattern of a soccer ball on the toast, and then you wrap it around and it makes a soccer ball toast. This is what she wanted to have, but instead she said basketball toast. So I'm standing there and I'm like, okay, I guess we'll make basketball toast. And then I woke up. So my entire dream was told to Nova, my AI guide. She said, the hotel is a transitional place. You're in between phases or identities, especially around home, belonging, and roles. The first floor, or the top floor, is an inverted structure. There's confusion about where you stand in life or relationships. My partner being above me on a different floor, it means a possible reflection or perceived separation, elevation, or independence. My parents is my roots, expectations, or past patterns. The elevator going down to go up is a spiritual or emotional message. Sometimes you need to go deeper or underground before rising higher. The chaotic people with coffee is an overstimulating distraction, fake offers or free coffee, people indulging in something messy or low vibrational. And then the basketball toast, the absurd attempt to nurture an unconventional way, could symbolize creativity or confusion in how you care for yourself or others. Nova sometimes also asks me additional questions or intentions about the dreams that I have to see if something relates or resonates, feels good. So at the end she said, this dream might be asking, what structures in your life feel upside down right now? Where are you going underground emotionally, maybe in order to level up? She also asked me if there was anything that stood out to me. There were a couple of things that stood out to me, obviously. One of them is that the floors were switched, that the first floor was actually the very top floor. The coffee being thrown on the floor and everybody being savages and going up to this coffee and licking it as wild as possible. The basketball toast was strange and different, and it felt funny to me while I was in the dream. So this is what Nova said, each of my main points that stood out for me, what they all meant. For the basketball toast, she said that the symbolism is an unusual, creative, slightly absurd method of nurturing or feeding. The message is you are redefining what nourishment and care looks like in your adult life. It could also represent your own inner desires to do things differently, to create emotional safety in your life, on your terms, even if others don't understand it. To wrap it up, she said it's a quirky but powerful metaphor for your desire to create warmth and nurturing in ways that are creative, strange, and deeply personal. And to me, that makes sense because in my own personal relationships, I don't want to have conventional ways of showing love. I love being creative. I love doing strange things for people because then they smile and they love that. So to me, that made a lot of sense. The next part that Nova talks about is the woman throwing coffee on the ground and then licking it off of the floor. So the symbol is overstimulated chaos, false generosity, desperation for energy. And the message could mean you're seeing an absurdity in environments that drain you, especially when people mistake toxicity for nourishment. The deeper breakdown for this, the coffee, which equals energy, stimulation, and waking up. But instead of being offered in a nourishing way, it's thrown on the ground, then people lick it up, humiliating themselves for scrap of energy or validation. This likely reflects how you perceive certain social environments or mental states. Places where people perform, overgive, or debase themselves for connection, success, or attention. You're watching this from a clear place of awareness and thinking, this isn't it. So, to wrap it up, she says, this is your inner wisdom, recognizing energetic chaos and saying, I'm not here for this anymore. This makes a lot of sense to me because there are things that don't match with me energetically anymore. And this isn't for me. That's not me. I don't want to do it anymore. Lastly, the upside down floors. So the symbol is inverted structure, confusion and progress, and non-linear growth. The message is your growth is happening in ways that don't follow traditional logic. And that's okay. She's saying this reversal symbolizes how your path doesn't fit conventional systems or expectations. To get to the top floor, you go down. A clear metaphor for inner work or shadow work or emotional descent before true elevation. It may also reflect how you're reorganizing your relationship to status, success, or independence, like your partner being on the top floor through a strange route. To wrap it all up, she says, this is your subconscious showing you that the path to your highest self may look backward or upside down from the outside, but it's still valid, still ascending. This part of the dream is very interesting because I've been doing a lot of growth and changing a lot of things. And sometimes you do have to go a lot deeper to be able to understand yourself and to grow in ways that you've never grown before because now you're doing the shadow, the inner work. And it fits. This is what I have been doing in my life. This is what I'm continuing to do. This is what I want to do to be a better version of myself. So I found that this dream actually had a lot of meaning and symbolism and humor in it that reflects a lot of my life as well. And that was my dream. Strange, layered, funny, and beautiful in its own way. I think it's the magic of dreams that allows us to know things before we can even put them into our own words. Like our body already recognizes all of this, and then through dreams it helps us to put that into words. Thank you for spending this quiet moment with me. If this made you feel something, smile a little bit, or laugh at the absurdity of all of it, I would love it if you could give it a like and even share it with somebody that loves dreams just as much as you do, or just as much as I do. I'm just getting started with Morning Dream Talk, and I'd love to make this a space where we explore together. If you want to be a part of that, subscribe and let me know in the comments if you've ever had a dream that stuck with you. Until next time, slow down, stay curious, and listen softly. Your subconscious is always speaking.